Hi, I'm Aaron Chalmers and you're watching Sporting Icons.
Okay, so Jake Paul has put out a social media post saying how Tommy Fury has yet again ducked him. And apparently it's for a lot of money. So Jake Paul looks like he's turning his attention elsewhere. Now, if what he's saying is true, obviously we don't know. I mean, maybe he's just trolling. But if that's true, that Tommy Fury has yet again declined the fight or come up with any reason and excuse to not fight him, it's beyond me. This is a so-called professional boxer in Tommy Fury against a so-called YouTuber in Jake Paul. On paper, this should be an easy night's work for Tommy Fury. Go in there, beat Jake Paul, become the hero of boxing for many. Who cares about the money, right? The money will follow. But apparently he's going to be getting paid a lot of money for this fight. And yet again, there's a reason as to why he's not going to fight him. Tommy Fury is not a headliner. Is he not? I'm not hating at all. But he hasn't headlined shows. He doesn't headline shows. He fights usually in front of empty seats. Listen, he's got a verified tick on his social media and he's got a pretty big following from his stint on Love Island, but quite clearly those same people who watch Love Island don't watch him box. He's getting this opportunity from Jake Paul. Why? Because Jake Paul sees a Tommy Fury and thinks, I'll beat him. No problem. Which if you're Tommy Fury, it's got to be a little bit worrying. But also he's got that gig because he's Tyson Fury's brother. He hasn't got it through merit. He hasn't got it like some of the other fighters that Jake Paul has fought before. Okay, not in the boxing scene, but through mixed martial arts and the UFC and whatever else, they've built a name, they've built a reputation through accomplishments. Tommy Fury's accomplishment is being the brother of Tyson. That's it. So, quite why Tommy would turn it down is beyond me. Now, obviously, Jake Paul, he knows Tommy can't go to America. So there has to be a compromise, and apparently the compromise, unless of course things have changed, was for them two to fight in the UK. But what's the problem then? Frank Warren, he appeared like he was somewhat out of the loop at one point, but now he's back into it because Tommy Fury's team were taking over the negotiations, but now it looks like Frank Warren's back involved and the whole thing's very confusing. So I don't know even why Jake Paul is making the offer. Very, very confusing, right? But anyway, maybe this is just hype. Maybe they've already agreed to the fight and Jake Paul's doing that just so people talk about him. Just so people say, oh, Tommy Fury's ducking. Oh, hang on a minute. What, now he's signed? Now the fight's back on and whatever else. Maybe, you never know. I mean, this is boxing. This is all about promotion. It's all about making money. But if Tommy Fury is even offered £5 to fight Jake Paul, why don't you take it? Because surely the money will come. You will then become famous because you knocked out Jake Paul. But in reality, Jake Paul is the real boxer. Tommy Fury is the level of a YouTuber. That's the reality of it. Jake Paul's record, his resume, is far superior than Tommy Fury's. Now, I'm not saying that Tommy Fury should have a great resume, not at all. He hasn't had enough fights. The kind of fights that he's had, all barring the crossover fights and exhibitions, whatever, is pretty much the fights he should be taking. Okay? But Tommy seems to think that he's some kind of A-list celebrity, that he has some bargaining chip. You don't have a bargaining chip. Jake Paul is the draw. Tommy Fury, go fight whoever you're going to fight next. If you're not going to fight Jake Paul, go fight whoever you're going to fight next. Frank Warren, put it as a headliner. Let's see how many tickets it does. How many people turn up? Well, and then let's have a look and see who Jake Paul's fighting next and how many people buy tickets and tune in for him. Let's compare it. Anyway, my thoughts, drop me yours, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you next video.